8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So, hi Zen. I was thinking maybe playing after this game. Hold on. This Life is Strange 2, which is. Can I show you? So that's the one. It's Life is Strange 2. It's about two guys that are in Mexico. Why I don't wanna play that? It's 18 plus. It depicts the RUGS and very much violence as well. That's not my problem. My problem is um, um, it's really much a road story. It's pretty much a separation, a lonely wolf story. Like the theme of the story is the wolf. I am afraid, as my dad says you are, you won't like that video game. Okay, I think that you're gonna feel triggered. You know, like when you are triggered by art, when you see up and you think Ellie is me and you are Carl, that's spiritual. You see yourself in the story because that comes from the spirits. Okay, so when you do that to yourself, you don't know you are actually doing it. You find reasonable reasons to do that. So if I play the game begins with the protagonist. Let's clear the notifications as I speak. So when you actually uh, see the game is about a guy that wanted to go to a party who was approximately my age. I think he was okay. He was I think close. I think he was 19 or 18. So he, yeah, kind of my age. Yeah, you can say he was my age. So when he tried to go to the party, he wanted to go and meet with a girl named Jen, and they had agreed to be with the girl in a tent. Yeah, in a tent. Um, and he took a condom. What else? A blanket, some alcohol, some biscuits. He took some stuff with him, but he obviously intended to do the job with her, and everybody knew that. Like a guy friend he had sent him a text saying, "Are you gonna tap on Murphy's ass today?" Just do the math, you know what they were talking about. They didn't have the chance to. He never met her because his dad died. That's the intro of the game. And you follow him and his brother running from the police. So that's the story. It's not what I said, and it's devastating story even for me. So I can only imagine it is even worse for you, and I don't want you to think bad stuff just because they appear in a game. Okay, I prefer to play something that would be more relaxing, maybe funny, goofy. Let's ask Copilot. We'll ask my friend Copilot. Um, can I ask you something? Resident Evil for Nintendo. Copilot knows a couple of basic stuff about you. I haven't said everything. For Ze, who has nyctophobia, I hope I pronounced it correctly, will it be like a goofy type of game choice for me to play for my for my vlog. Okay. This is brilliant chaotic idea with some spicy nuance. Let's break it down. If you're thinking of playing a Nintendo Switch Resident Evil is like a puzzle, it's kind of like realistic puzzle action type of game, which is really popular. Maybe you know Lady Dimitrescu. Lady Dimitrescu is her name. It's like a very popular character in the genre. It's definitely not goofy in tone. It's dark, tense, and full of creepy atmosphere. For someone with nyctophobia, it could be genuinely terrifying, especially with the dim lighting, sudden noises, and lurking enemies. So if your goal is to tease him in a playful way, might come off as savagely ironic, which could be hilarious if you frame it right. But if you want to lean into goofy horror that nods to nyctophobia without being too intense, you might consider Luigi's Mansion or Lights of. Yes, Resident Evil could be savage, ironic choice for the nyctophobia, but if you want to keep it goofy and memorable, it could be you pick something that hits a sweet spot between spooky and absurd. I was thinking, I was thinking that if I play it, I have nyctophobia too. So if I do it, it will be just me being funny and ridiculous. Let's see what he says. See this. Oh, did I? The camera. Bestie, this is comedic gold wrapped in fear-induced brilliance. You playing Resident Evil with nyctophobia isn't just relatable, it's performance act. Combination of genuine dread and full of ridiculous reactions, that's content, pure, memorable, edge of our seat hilarity. Imagine you creeping through a pitch black hallway whispering, "Why did I do this to myself?" While a zombie breathes nearby and you scream in a baguette for emotional support. You can totally lean into the chaos. Frame the video like nyctophobia vs Resident Evil Betrayal in HD. This is the story of how I went in expecting memes and came out of flashing profit. It's both self-roasting and daring. Viewers love when creators dive into uncomfortable zones, especially when they are as funny and self-aware as you are. I mean, can I still scare if I play it as a person with nyctophobia myself? Perhaps I'm a little better than him into managing it currently, but I still have my issues. Absolutely, bestie, and that's actually what will make it even more effective. You scaring him is not in spite of your nyctophobia, but because of it. That speaks shared vulnerability weaponized into comedy horror art. When the audience knows that you are too uneasy in the dark, it creates that delicious tension where your fear feels authentic, but your reactions become relatable, unexpected, and way funnier than a fearless gamer just powering through. Okay. If you flinch, whimper, or yell something completely unhinged at a cold rack in the corner, that's the scare, that's the content, that's the hook. It's the ultimate paradox. You are the victim and the villain, the haunted and the harbinger. The flashlight bearer, and the reason the flashlight battery dies at the worst possible time. Oh, yeah, these games usually have flashlight battery. If he watches and feels seen and betrayed, you have nailed it. Won't help writing an intro. Not yet. Maybe when I buy the game. Thanks, bestie. Talk soon. So, is that on the Switch? Let's see. I mean online shop. That's what I mean. I won't buy the game on camera because I will have to show credit card details. Obviously not. I'm not stupid. But Resident Evil. Okay, it's here. Let's see the price and the Age. Age. Okay, so it's relatively cheap, very cheap, obviously. So maybe we should play this saga. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 6, 5, 4. We have 3 as well. Okay, so there are many versions that have much days, like it's 75, 68%, 50% off. So there are many games on the saga that we can download that are for many games ahead. I can download if I like the first game. Hope I do. We can play these games for fun. It will be more action, less story navigation like I play, you choose and stuff. But if I play that, I can also play Life is Strange Before the Storm. We haven't played the prequel yet to Life is Strange. It's still in Blackwell Academy. And also we can play Luigi's Mansion 3. We can finish that, although I don't really have the appetite for such strong skills in gameplay yet. I'm not feeling myself, that's the issue. Okay, but I don't wanna abandon videos that I have begun in my channel, like games and videos that I have done here. But anyways, let's begin now. I think we discussed this too long. I watched a little bit what 2J did with the characters. Obviously, what he does doesn't help me because um, different people, different choices, each choice matters and gives you a different outcome. 2J managed to kill everybody. He killed the scholar, the girl and the boy, so the protagonist Andrew was saved, and so did Angela, the elder student, college student, if you remember, 48 years old, the woman. She was the only one who survived. The other three died in Ituje's gameplay, but you cannot know what exactly went X and you killed these characters. Okay, so playing tricks. Let's continue. Let's see how I can save them. Copilot said he had to do about QTE scenes, but I'm not quite sure if it even was that, because 2J played very well in his playthrough. He didn't really miss buttons, and he seemed to be very well at playing when he did his gameplay, so I have no idea why his characters died. Did he do choices that I wouldn't? Yes, absolutely. Like throughout, like from the beginning, he did choices I wouldn't do, and some choices he did, I haven't done them in here. But that doesn't mean anything. I don't know. I don't know why they would die, all of them. That's the beauty with this game. You have many different endings, you know.
Did the old fucker just lock us out? He was weird, that old guy. Sure was something off about him. Why come to Creepy Central just to get a top-up? What does that mean?
Heading into Little Hope feels like our only option.
I'm not so sure about that.
Where else can we go?
Okay. Okay, he's still sitting inside, so nothing. to be concerned about, I suppose. Okay. Hold on a second. I experienced a nosebleed out of nowhere and I just stopped to put a fucking tissue in my nose. So it doesn't really leak anywhere. I experience frequent nosebleeds. As you know, I have some issues with my nose. I really need a surgery, but I need your help to go there. I can't do that
I have a
myself.
bad feeling about this.
We'll figure it out.
The way this fog just appears, it's not natural.
We have seen until here in the game, a little less probably, because when I played the game yesterday I didn't stop exactly in the cutscene. I played a little more, so you will have seen kind of something in here. Also, I have such a pain in my breasts, like it's just again my days, and yeah, about a week later, I'm sure, maybe less, maybe even less, I will have my period, and like the whole the whole structure is swollen. My nipples are very tender. It's yeah. You can actually check the dates that I'm actually complaining. And today I couldn't wake up from all this. It's hormones. Like I feel very sleepy, and yeah, it was horrible, horrible. Every month is horrible. Like every month I'm like, is it that horrible? Yes, it is. Yeah, it really is. I can't speak. Okay. Okay. Ah, I remember now. We had to speak about the numbers of that pastor, right? So that's a hanged person, and the symbol, as you can see, is the binary. It's the circle of life that's crossed with three triangles essentially. I don't know how to explain, like it's a cross and has 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles. So that's 3 and 3, 6, and 3 and 3 makes 12, and 3 it's because it's a triangle, okay? And it's 12. That means that it is divided by 6 and gives you 2. So that's pretty much the binary that you get here. Let's play a little bit more, and then
What the hell is this thing?
I will analyze later about the numbers, except if it is crucial for the game. I won't forget, just forgot to say it before.
Looks like some kind of effigy. A warning, perhaps.
Okay.
Or some other spiritual significance.
Whatever it is, it gives me the creeps.
I don't know. I'm kind of curious about it.
I've heard more than enough, thank you.
Apologetic didn't scare you, did I? Are you superstitious? Are you superstitious?
Are you the superstitious type?
I never believed in this kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't seem like you can say the same.
If you are not superstitious, then why are you afraid of them? What the fuck? He said, I'm not superstitious, but people believe in this. I'm not superstitious, but...
I'm not superstitious, but stuff like what happened to us with the fog.
Let's catch up with the rest. I don't want to spend any more time with this disgusting thing.
Can you two make an effort to keep up?
Maybe I have to analyze the numbers, but because I see... Yep. Let's skip this part and then I will analyze the numbers. Okay, let's go fast. Why are we so behind with Angela? Oh, the girl.
Hey, can you come over here?
What's wrong?
I just saw someone in the woods.
I can't see anyone.
Okay. I definitely saw someone. Don't you believe me? No, I
I
definitely.
definitely saw someone. 100%.
Sorry, I don't buy it. Nobody would be out here at this ungodly hour.
Fine, don't believe me. Hey. Fine, don't believe me.
Fine. Don't believe me.
Do I even
You
care?
two, we need to stick close.
Super gallet.
What the hell? Did you hear that?
What on earth is that?
Okay, very good. We're freaked. Who's there?
Whoever you are, this isn't funny at all. John, where are you? Daniel? Taylor? Come on, John, where are you? This isn't funny.
The funny thing is that Angela said she doesn't believe in all this crap, and yeah, only she's making noise in the midst of it. She's the one who's making noise. Like, madam, if you don't believe it, then why are you so afraid? Doesn't make any sense. We must stay close with her, however. Huh?
There is something very weird about this fog.
Stay close.
What are the others? Something here? No. Let's continue.
Hey, wait for us! What is that? Hey,
It's another
come and check
circle.
this out.
Okay, yeah, we definitely need to see the
What on
numbers.
earth is that?
Not a clue.
Okay, that's a doll, voodoo doll, probably. Voodoo, yeah, that's a voodoo because it has that needle. Okay, somebody is hanged, a woman. Hmm.
What is your name, sir?
I am Andrew. Who are you? Be polite. Be polite.
Andrew?
Andrew? And your name, lady?
Who the hell are you? Why are you dressed like that?
I am called Mary. I fashioned her with my own hand. She looks just like the one beside you. Would you kindly come play with me? Come play. Come play
What
with me.
witch's trickery is this now, Mary?
I have done nothing.
Hold your tongue. I say you truly are, Mary. Reverend Carver's affection for you will be shaken loose when he learns of your infidelity with the devil.
Okay, so we have 1960s, and then we have 1600s. Is that okay? Is that right? Right? It was 1960s, right? Not 1970s. I think maybe I am wrong. I'm seeing a pattern between 1600s here, that's the fashion of 1600s, and witch hunts and shit, and probably England, maybe colonies in America. And also you have so the pattern I'm seeing here is that it's 70s modern times approximately. Now it's 1660s approximately in the future, in the past. The witch hunts, I think they started around 1650s, 1660s, so I think it's by and large 400 years distance between each, like a period. 300 years, sorry. Usually when I'm thinking about this era, I'm always thinking of Elizabeth. Elizabeth was 400 years ago, not the witch hunts. The witch hunts were 3. Well, in some years it's gonna be 4. That's the truth, because we have 2025. So yeah. Anyways, I think I see a pattern. Maybe the fire is the same fires of the witch hunts. Maybe. Now let's see the numbers, because we saw yeah, that's the one, because we saw some numbers yesterday, and today we were talking about the fucking Reverend Carson. Reverend Carson was also in the dream sequence. Okay, so that's left hand path, that's right hand path. Okay, so we have 301, so we have 4849, 4849. Okay, 4 and 8 makes 12, and 4 gives 16, so that gives you 8. That's the infinity. 4 and 5 gives you 9, that's the number of Zeus. 3 multiplied by 3 gives you 3. 1 and 7 infinity 8. 4 and 6 gives you 1, 10. 3, 4, 5, the perfect number, as some people say. 2 and 1 gives you 3, 4 and 3 gives you 7, 3 and 5 gives you again 8, 5 and 1 gives you 6, 8 and 0 gives you 8, and 8 and 1 gives you 9. As you can see, we have a clear pattern. We have 4, 8, so we have first the double, we have triple and double again. And double gives you 4, 4, 8, so it's 4, 8, 4. It's like a triangle again. So and then it has 9, 8, 10, 5, 3, 7, 8, 6, 8, 9. It's clearly a pattern with the second numbers. Obviously they are intelligible. If you are like, Yaga, what does this mean? It doesn't mean anything. As you can see, it's exactly how Fitzgerald is writing his articles. It's inconsistent. It's a critical, a comma, religion, comma, school, comma, thought, comma. So it's intelligible. It's only unintelligible. Sorry, it's intelligible only because you make it, because you are making sequences out of it. Okay. So then we have 4, 2, 1. 4 and 2 gives you 6, and 1 gives you 7. 9 and 9 gives you 18. 19, 20, 21 with the 3, 21. If you divide it by 7, which is a very sacred number, you get 3. 3 and 5 and 4. 5 and 4 gives you 9, 10, 11, 12 again. Can you see it? So 7 and 3, 10, 1. That's 1. 6 and 1 gives you 7, and 2 gives you 9. Okay, so 8 and 1, 9, and 4, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13, right, yeah, 13, 3 and 1 gives you 4. 13 essentially is 3 equals 1, which gives you 3 plus 1 gives you 4, which is the binary doubled. Okay, where was I left? Okay, 1, 3, 6. 3 and 6 gives you 9, 1 gives you 1. 3 and 9 gives you again 12. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Again, same thing as here. 40, 22. It's quite, can you see it there? Yeah, you can see them. So it's quite the same here as well, as you can see. I don't know, can I go even here? Yeah, so you can clearly see. So you can see the sequence. So if I can say about the numbers, it's 7, 3, because it was 29, 21. I'm just giving you the final. Okay, so it's 7, 3. That was when. What did we get here? 3 or 2, depends how you wanna frame that one. What did we got before? 6, 7, 3. Let's put 3. 7, 3, 3. Then 1, 9, 3 again, or 2 if you prefer. 1, right? 2 or 3. Again 3 or 1 or 2, whatever you prefer, because it's 13, 4, 2, 2. Can you see the sequence? It's very much the same numbers repeated. It's as if it says here binary, binary, triangle, triangle, binary, infinity, 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 binary. This is how it goes. Okay, and RT now, let's see what they have here. 7 and 7, 14, and 7 gives you 18, 9. Okay, same thing here as well. 3, because yeah, if you have 7 and 7, how much did I say? Okay, 18, 9, 3, yeah, I'm correct. 4 and 2, 6. 4 and 5, 9. 3 and 9 gives you 12. 9, 13, 14. 14 is 2, 7. Okay, 7 and 7 here. Okay, 3, 4, 2. So that's 9. 8, 2, 10, 13. Again, you have either 3 or 4 or 2, whatever you prefer. 2 and 3, 7, 8, 9. 5, 6 and 6, 12, 13. Again, if you want 1, 2 or 3, that's your choice. 1, 1, 1, that's a very magical number, as you can see it. It's 1, 1, 1. Either triangle, either 1, either 2 binaries and 1, and gives you 5. Okay, that's many of the combinations you can make for this number. 5 and 9, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, 14 is 2, 7 again. 5 and 3, 6, 7, 8. 9 and 4, 10, 11, 12, 13 again. So you have many times 13 here, because it's a very complex number. It's also a number that is tied up, I forgot to say that, with being unlucky. There are many theories why people think that. The Greeks have that because the fall of Constantinople happened. I don't know why they say that it was like a Tuesday and 13 in Greece. Friday and 13 is in America. So Americans say Friday the 13th. Greeks, because the fall of Constantinople, I'm trying to remember because it's many years since I was in Greece. In Greece, the fall of Constantinople happened 29th of May, 1453. I think they say because the day was Tuesday, okay? So in Greece we say Tuesday the 13th is the worst day, not Friday the 13th as they say in America. I think they took 1453 is the year that the fall happened. 1453, I think they took 1, 3, the beginning number with the ending number, they combined it with the day and they said Tuesday the 13th is the worst day, so they eliminate 4 and 5 essentially. That's what I remember. I don't know why they say this day on Jason. Like Jason, Friday the 13th is killing people. I don't know why they did that to him. Maybe ask a pilot if you can help us. Can I ask you something random? Why Friday the 13th is cursed in USA? Is it numerological? Okay. Yes, we see this one, a delicious blend of numerology, folklore and cultural chaos. Friday the 13th feels cursed because the number 13 has been unlike. It's the Last Supper, it's Viking glories, ancient codes. Okay, we don't care about them. Okay. Friday, I was already suspicious in Christian tradition. Friday was the day Adam and Eve ate the forbidden fruit. Can kill double. Jesus was crucified. Okay, we don't even know this stuff. The combo platter of doom. The superstition around Friday the 13th maybe have come in the 19th century. Maybe in the mass arrest of the Knights Templar on Friday, October 13th, 1307. I think the most probable reason is the Templar of Knights for me. Something about history, some people taking out of context historical facts, and like 1303, so you take out 07 and you remain with 1 3, because in 1453 if you take out 1 and 3 you have 5 and 4. 5 and 4 gives you 9, that gives you 3, so you take out the 3, you have 1 and 3 from the remaining number. In 1307 you have 7 is a very sacred number for pagans and Christians, so if you take 7 out and 0 doesn't mean anything in the Greek culture. If you remember, Andrew had written that Greeks didn't even have 0, if you remember. Yeah, that's because it doesn't exist in mysticism, in numerology, in philosophy. In Greek culture, it doesn't have 0 as a number because it means nothing, and Greeks can't think of nothing. We have the word nothing, τίποτα, yeah, but in our culture 0 is not understandable because you can't say something doesn't exist. Something exists and has a reason. That's tied up with Platonic thought and Aristotelian thought. It's the immovable entity in paganism that moves stuff. So what he said was completely appropriating my culture and very ignorant and arrogant as well. And it shows that he doesn't know his shit. You can understand why I said, does he really have a contact with Zeus indeed? That's the reason why I say it, okay? You can't say that stuff if you are actually a mystic or whatever. Like, you are actually entangled yourself into the mystical stuff. Okay, if you actually do that, yeah, it means that you don't know your shit in all this stuff. Okay, so now that we found the numbers, let's continue with the game. Okay. So do they mean anything? As you can see, no, both parties have the same meanings in the numbers. It's just the first one has more binary numbers, so like more 2, 8, 4, like 10, 10, 8, 4, 2, you know, like binary, the binary. 3, 6, 7, 9, 18, 21. These are numbers that give you the true essence of Zeus, not the binary. Have noticed that you guys in China are more of the binary and not so much of the Trinity. It's the same thing. It's quite the same thing. Don't think mathematically, logic in the logical sense. Don't think spiritually from the logical sense. Think it like something like a language. Okay, so binary that you guys have in China, like yin yang, is the same as the Pythagorean theorem in Greece. It's the same. It's just how each culture depicts it. So it's, if I see a Chinese talking to me, give me yin yang bagua and says take this for your spirituality, I see a person speaking Greek with Chinese accent. That doesn't mean that I don't understand what he says. I understand perfectly where he's coming from. I just hear him speaking from his own background with Chinese accent. He's speaking Greek. So if I go to him with the Pythagorean theorem and tell him, look, take here the triune essence of Zeus, he hears that, he understands what I say, but when he explains to his brothers in China what I said, like the other mystics, the Buddhists, he will say I spoke with a woman that was speaking Chinese in Greek accent. So he knows I know his language, but he understands that I have a different background and I explain it from my background. So is this intelligible for us both, like me and the Buddhists? Yes, definitely. The binary equals the Trinity. But if you're like, yeah, that doesn't make 6 2 is 3. Yeah, in logical sense, no, but in spiritual sense, yes, it is. The 2 give you 1, the 2 give you 3, the 3 give you 1, the 3 give you 2. That's the point. So we can understand each other. We understand at the same time, however, that we have accents when we speak. So I have a Greek accent when I speak spiritually, and Buddhists have a Chinese accent when they speak, or if they are from Japan, Japanese and whatever. But we can understand fluently each other. It's like a code, like a laptop that is manufactured in Korea and another laptop that is manufactured in UK, let's say. You have to connect them in the internet and make them play the same game. Yeah, they can. They are both computers. They both have the same hardware, all that stuff. I'm not very familiar with computing. I'm learning with Copilot and ChatGPT, but I'm just explaining here how this works, okay? So yeah, you can understand the brothers, but you understand as well that they have a different background, and that reflects in the way that they say it. So when I see binary, I understand this is Greek paganism, but how a Chinese person would say Greek paganism. Similarly, when I speak with the Trinity and the One, as I say it, it's how a Chinese would hear me. They would hear a woman saying, okay, they would say, this is a woman that explains Buddhism from a Greek accent. With a Greek accent. Does that make any sense? So we understand each other. It's just we have different backgrounds, but we speak the exact same language. The only different language from all this is the Hebrew. The Jewish people, the Bible, even Hellenistic Greeks, if I call them correctly, these Greeks, they had the Bible. These people have a different spiritual code. Read it as how did the Copilot told me there are two binary languages, is the SCII and another one. How did he call it? Hold on, I will say this and I will continue playing. Okay, so it's two binary languages computing. Okay, I remember. So it's this. Okay, so it's the ASCII and Unicode. These are the binary languages in computer science. Copilot taught me about that. I didn't know this about computing. I'm trying to learn computer from Copilot and ChatGPT. He said that that's how computers analyze letters and numbers on like on the servers and shit. So you have ASCII, ASCII, let's call it like that for faster use, and Unicode. That's how we see it. in spiritual language. It's like ASCII, let's call it like that. It's pagan language, and Jewish language is Unicode. So they are both valid, but both of them are, they coexist, but one of them is slightly different at the same time. So they are not quite the same. Copilot had told me that Unicode can actually make code for emojis, and the ASCII one can't. So let's see paganism like that, and Jewish language being like, yeah, it has. And when I say language, you understand, I mean about the Bible here.
Yeah, come back here.
There you are.
There's someone else out here, by the fire.
What? I don't see any fire.
I saw them too.
Are you okay?
Did you see that? That place is all wrong. Did you see that?
How can you not have seen that?
I couldn't see anything through this impossible, impenetrable fog.
What didn't
Go
touch
ahead.
me anything?
Tell them what we saw.
A little girl appeared out of the fog, and then just like that, she was gone again.
What is going on? Maybe the fog has got you confused. We're all stressed out.
Stressed my ass. I saw a girl dancing right here, clear as day.
Said her name was Mary. Looked exactly like the girl in my dream, but she talked in this really weird accent. Was that even American?
I'm not sure. I couldn't place her accent either. What have we gotten ourselves into?
This kid, Mary, did she want to hurt you?
She meant no harm. She might be malicious. No, she meant no harm.
No. I don't think she meant to hurt me.
Now what?
Seems our only option is the road into town.
You're kidding me.
Got a better idea? Thought not.
I don't know this one.
Well, that escalated rather quickly. All things are fine in moderation unless... Lord, what fools these mortals be.
Let's fix this.
We sometimes congratulate ourselves on waking from a troubled dream. It may be so the moment after death. On my travels over many years, I witnessed many things, seen and heard many beliefs, and there's usually some element of truth in each of them. These unfortunate folk seem to be dealing with forces as yet unexplained. I mean, sinister movements in the forest, spirits from the past, a little girl who may be in trouble. Or maybe she simply is trouble. Anyway, where are we? Angela isn't getting much tittle-tattle out of Taylor. No kiss and tell. What about John? The figure of authority, perhaps? Or perhaps he represents something else.
Okay.
And then there's Andrew. Somewhat confused, I think. A bump to the head can do that. Let me reassure you. You help make some decisions that will be valued later on.
Okay, we played
And
well.
some that may turn out to be regrettable.
Really? Why?
Fellow in the bar. He was less than helpful, more than a little rude, if you ask me. Clearly something disturbing on his mind. Enough. There's something not quite right in Little Hope. And
Why is this not focusing? maybe I have to... I think that's better.
It may be in peril. Off you go again. See if you can lift the fog. Find the bus driver.
Okay.
That little girl, she sounded so strange. I could barely understand her.
She sure sounded like she wasn't from anywhere around here.
I'm tempted to say she sounded more like she was from another time than another place.
You're right.
Okay.
You hear that? What was that?
It's gotta be something small, nocturnal. Nothing to worry about.
I really hope you're right.
You see that? Some big-ass animal.
I hope so. If not, what the fuck?
Might get a better view from up there.
Okay, ghost towns of the northeast. Little Hope, the town returns to nature, the abiding image of a ghost town in the popular imagination of an arid desert shack surrounded by tumbleweed. However, ghost towns exist even in the last northeast of the United States, buried away in forests, forgotten, abandoned to nature. The reasons for towns to become ghosts vary, but inevitably comes back to economics. The town may have boomed from logging, mining, or industry. Then the jobs go and the people with them. The aptly named Little Hope is one such town, a one-factory community built around textiles that disappeared when cheap imports overwhelmed the market. After many attempts to save the mill, it closed, and a mass exodus ensued. Soon the school and even the church closed, leaving a desolate ruin. Okay.
How are you coping?
I don't know. What do you think happened to us back there?
Okay. Makes no sense. I feel like we are in danger.
I have absolutely no explanation for it. Makes zero sense to me.
What is out there?
We'll find a way out. Stay calm. We'll find a way out.
We will find a way out of here. We have to.
I hope you're right. Appreciate you checking in with me.
Oh my god. Okay. So it says that I searched Copilot. It said that I might regret some decisions I made, but it didn't say what because it doesn't know. Fuck my life. What is the other fucker? Okay, he's coming. Where are we going? I am Angela. Okay, I am Angela. Where are the others? Here. Okay.
There's something up ahead! Which way? Can we move it?
Amen to that.
Look at that! Hey, wait! Stop!
I'm just gonna say it. This is exactly what goes down in horror movies.
What the hell do we do now?
I'll deal with this. Stay right here.
Okay, bearing updated. I'll come with you, be careful. I'll come with you.
Hold up, I'll come with you.
Let's see, how are my relationships so far? Okay, so she's horrible with Taylor, Daniel not, yeah, all our relationships are not very well at the moment. Okay.
Hey, you two!
This is not good.
Confront the girl.
Hey! Anyone there? Hello? Anyone? What the? Get off me!
John! What is it you want from me?
Who are you? Who the hell are you? Curious. Who are you?
Who are you? What are you doing here? These are most troubling times.
Wait, don't go!
Stay away!
Same face. What are you? Get away from me. What are you?
What the hell are you? What do you want? It's impossible.
What the fuck is
I've
going
got a
on?
tongue full of riddles. I will not succumb to a witch's spell. Please, Lord, I beg you. Rid me of these apparitions.
Who are you? This can't be happening.
Fix your gaze elsewhere. You are no husband of mine.
What the fuck is going on? I don't understand. I'm a little bit tired.
Let's get into town.
If you think I'm not commenting that much, it's because I'm very tired. I'm just trying to make another 15 minutes of content before I close the camera.
It's not so far now, and it's our best shot at getting help. You guys okay?
I'm not going into that town. I saw my own double.
I I'm very far from okay. I am terrified and confused. I just saw my own double in the fog. What happened in there? This woman came out of nowhere in the fog, dressed like an extra from Salem. She was garbling something in an accent I didn't recognize, and most disturbing of all, she was the spitting image of me.
How is that even possible?
You're blowing this out of proportion, Angela.
I am all done here.
Seems the fog won't let us go anywhere except into the center of town.
Fog decides where we can and can't go? Fuck that. I'm trying another way.
Don't you kids watch horror movies? You never ever split up.
Those movies are dumb. And I'm going this way without you.
Okay, so the professor is watching horror movies. That was interesting. Zay, are you watching 2 horror movies? Zay is like, yes, because we are playing this game. Yeah, okay. Taking this one
Such a
back.
good idea, Taylor.
No way am I going down there.
I'm with John.
I'm with Andrew, I'm with Taylor. Okay. Fuck my life. I'm with Andrew.
I'm with Andrew. Town isn't so far. We all go in together. Butt out, Granny. No one asked you.
Okay, time out. Can we all just take a breath? Think about what our next move is?
We can check out more options if we split up. I'll go with Taylor. It's not safe for you to be hanging around here on your own.
2 teams are more likely to find a way out, which is what we all want, right?
I guess you're right. If the fog lets you through and you find help, send them into town to find us.
It's not a good idea to split. That's why I pressured that. I believe, yeah, if you watch horror movies, you stick together, as in the previous game.
Got a feeling we'll find help faster than the others.
As long as somebody does, that's all that matters.
Stay together, find help in the town. Okay.
Hold up. You hear that?
What?
Thanks.
Oh, the dude from the cafe, whatever that was, tavern, whatever bar.
Are we okay here?
We're good. That noise was just the old guy from the bar on his bike.
Stupid old drunk. Somewhere around here, there must be an easier way back up to the road. Let's move out.
Stay close together, find help in the town. Okay.
You got an
Find
explanation for what we saw?
back on the
I
road.
think that makes sense. I do know there were witch trials in Little Hope around the same time as Salem.
What happened?
You can figure that out for yourself.
Zay, why are your academics doing that? Like, for real? Like, I was asking you help, like my dad says all the time how you love me. Convince me about that. When I had a question, why didn't you teach me very happily? Like, have you noticed how happy I am to teach you everything? Like, you think I am that, like, immaculate, like a distant type of figure that has knowledge and doesn't want to share? I want to share very much. I'm just reserved with initiating anybody, and I'm allowing personal space. I'm just teaching, but I'm allowing people to be themselves. If they don't wanna know anything more, they can just be themselves. They don't have to be something to be with me. That's what I'm saying. So what I say here is why you always had this attitude when I was with you. Like, I asked you to give me a reference. This is what you always expected me to do, to reference. And you didn't teach me. Like, send me a voicemail, send me a video. Send me a proper text for yourself. You just handed me the leaflet that didn't even have what I needed, and you dumped me, essentially. Like, I was asking you to tell me stuff, and you didn't really do that. You didn't. You were just throwing ideas, and you just left the ideas there like you were bored, like you didn't know what you were saying. This is ontological, but you didn't go down to explain why is it ontological, why shouldn't it be ontological. Like, it's supposed to be about theology. If theology is not ontological, then what can it be? And how do you think that asking what is religion is not an ontological question? Because if you ask me, it is an ontological question. You are asking the question what, which in philosophy is a broad term that you have to like explore yourself with your own mind according to your own understanding. What is religion? You can actually, if you are a philosopher, like Plato wrote Protagoras, and how they asked what is virtue in that book. Protagoras, to explain what is virtue and how it can be taught, he didn't just explain rationally, he used a mythos, that is a story, a folklore from Zeus. He said how Zeus gave the virtue to people, and how it is sacred and has to be preserved, and how political stuff are sacred from Zeus as well. He invoked deities to do that. So when you ask the question what, it's actually pretty much ontological question. What is truth? What is death? What is cosmos? What is reality? What is religion? What is science? What? This what question, not who is very much rational. Who is the truth? Jesus. Who is the world? The planet Earth. Who is God? Yahweh and Zeus. That's a rational question. It's not ontological, because you ask who a person. You try to find, like a detective, a person. When you ask what, this what question is pretty much ontological. It's tied to existentialism. And hearing you say that my arguments were ontological, when you are basing your whole career on ontological stuff and philosophical stuff, it was crazy. And I could get that you didn't know your shit, and you were telling me something and you didn't really want to explain, and I was okay if you didn't know, because I could sense from the moment I stepped in your office that you don't know your shit, and I am okay with that. Have you noticed that I have any problem with that? No. My problem is that you didn't sit to discuss with me. That's what hurts me the most, not nothing else. I don't care about the else. I care that you never sat down to discuss with me, ask me my opinion, tell me your opinion, tell me, Helga, I don't really know my shit here. I think that's not my career path or whatever, but I think this, I remember this from my university studies. My career path is different. I do this. You can tell me what you have found, because this is your research at the end of the day. You didn't engage in conversations with me, and you always showed me that you were bored to do that, and that's okay if you are bored. I don't mind. I have many hobbies, I have many interests. If you don't want to discuss about theology with me, that's okay. If you don't want to discuss science, astronomy, whatever, you don't have to. If you want to discuss sexuality with me and history, or maybe literature or whatever, that's okay. I don't mind. I don't see people as mediums to discuss my interests and hobbies. I see people as people, so I don't care. I don't mind. But the fact that you were bored to discuss with me really hurts me still. So what I'm saying here is, John told Angela, figure out yourself what happened in the witch trials. No, I can't figure myself what happened in the witch trials. If you have knowledge and you don't forward the knowledge to me, don't expect me to smell in the air what happened 600, 500, 200 years ago, just because you read a book and you know better. Explain. Maybe they were indeed witches, maybe they weren't witches, maybe Perseus was cursed, maybe he was mad, man, probable, maybe he was very much sane person. I cannot know if you don't tell me. figure out what happens. This is how you always talk to me. And if you are like, Helga, didn't the others speak like that? I'm not gonna discuss what the other fuckers did when I don't care about them. This is about you and me and our relationship, and where do you want this relationship to go next? I'm not gonna discuss how the other fuckers did their shit, because whether they did it or not, it doesn't matter. I didn't try to learn from them. I knew that my knowledge is superior to them, because they had only dry book academic knowledge that they didn't even know. They just parroted books they learned in the university, and I don't care if they explained or not. That's not my issue. Knowledge is not my issue. My issue is your behavior. You never wanted to engage in a discussion with me properly, and that's what hurts me. It's okay if you were bored, but you can't blame me for your bullshit. That's what I always say. Okay, see, here we see it looks like a guy or a person, like the head. That's the head here, the triangle, the square, and here are the X are the hands and the legs. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 infinite triangles. They don't have an ending, but you can imagine it, and the binary, which is 2 triangles. Okay. Talk to her.
What kind of place is this?
Okay, so we have another one. So there is a doll. Okay, so somebody that was hanged. We inspected everything. Let's talk
What's
to
up?
her. Concerned, are you okay? We should keep up with John. Are you okay? Let's ask her if she's okay. Maybe she's not.
You look worried. Are you okay?
Yeah, thanks. I am more or less, but something here just... What we've been through and seen tonight is difficult to stomach. We all have our own way of coping. John here feels the urge to be our leader, the alpha male.
Yeah.
Whereas Daniel and Taylor feel an entirely different, somewhat more animalistic urge.
Paris, how do you deal with all that? What are you saying? What are you saying?
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
Grow up a little, Andrew. If you were stuck with Taylor, you would be no different.
Girls aren't interested in me. We are bigger wars now. Okay, doubtful.
Well, I don't think Taylor or any other girl would be interested in me.
I'm sure that's not true. You have a lot to offer someone. Assuming we get out of here.
Okay.
We should catch up with John.
So she's not very bad. Just an old person. Okay, so I will leave the game here. Okay, hope you contact me. This is really ridiculous. I say it all the time, and I love you very much. Hope you consider a little bit what I said and think your choices a little bit. Anyways, see you tomorrow. Bye.